everyone. Well, I've had a busy couple of days. First of all, I want to kind of clarify my last video because I was so excited about the yarn haul that some misconceptions may have happened. Not that they're a big deal, but when I said I took my landlady to lunch, I didn't mean that I went to lunch with her. I took her to lunch to meet up some of her friends, and while she was at lunch with her friends, I went to Michael's, and then I came back and picked her up. Not that that was a big deal, but I didn't take her to lunch. I didn't plan to have lunch near Michael's with her. No, it just so happened that she scheduled a lunch kind of near Michael's. Okay, let's see. What did I write down on my list? Oh, while I was at Michael's and I was looking in the discounted yarn section, I did notice that they had the, I think it's Bernat, the pet yarn. That's kind of like, it's very thick. It's like a number 5 or number 6 chunky. And it's like chenille-ish. And they had that like 50% off. That was in the reduced section. And I almost bought 2 of them, and I just could not quite get myself to go out of my comfort zone. So I didn't buy them. But I was tempted. They also had a whole bunch of the Bernat, no, the Karen cupcakes with the little pom-pom on top. They were in various states of disarray in the discount bin, and almost bought those. Once again, I just couldn't get out of my comfort zone. But those were, I think those were maybe $2.37 each. So, just couldn't do it though. But I was tempted. So let me talk about what I have been doing. Well, since last Friday, since Jada and Stitches talked about doing granny squares with 2 strands of yarn to bust through your scraps, I have been scrap busting. So let me show you. So 20 squares so far. I'm only going to do 25. Probably do a few tonight. Because it's just a lap blanket for me. So 25 squares is going to be like 5 by 5 and about 40 by 40 inches. But you know, she was recommending putting 2 variegated yarns together, but I don't really have a lot of variegated. Of course, I bought some on Monday, and I had a little bit of this left over. This is Karen Rosewood. This is the jumbo, and this is like one of my favorite variegateds. It's kind of got a sheen to it, and it's pretty soft. So I thought, you know, I'm going to mix this with that new, the pink and coral yarn that I bought. You see I've already got a nice little tunnel going. And this is what it came out to look like. Look at this. Look at these colors. I mean, just real, I don't know, real fruity or tropical, but I just thought these colors worked together really well. So I made 2 of those. I can probably get out of this ball, I can probably get a couple more and a partial third. So I'm going to work on that. Then yesterday was not a good day for me. I sort of had a little bit of a meltdown, which happens thankfully not very often, but once in a while it happens, and that can totally, like, feels like it takes a year off of your life when you have a meltdown. So I was pretty wasted, and I thought, you know what, I am not going to do anything complicated. I just want to do mindless crochet. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to watch somebody's instructional videos. I have no patience for that. But I have now 7 of this calendar squares done on the 2017 blanket from Jada, and I'm not doing them in specific order. It's just like whichever one is my fancy for the day. So this is the December one. Okay. Let's see. I think this is June. This is September. And this, of course, is March. And my rainbow came out a little wonky. And no, I said I don't really care because it's going for a 3-year-old boy. He won't care. This is February. And this is January. And then I have the rest of the months to work on. Oh, no, I'm sorry. And this is July. So I have the parts made for one more square, and hopefully I'll get all the squares done pretty soon, like maybe by the end of this weekend. And then I'll just sew them together. Now my granny squares, I've decided not to sew them together yet. And the reason is my next door neighbor inherited a whole bunch of granny squares that one of her aunts, I think, made like in the 70s and never sewed them together. And my next door neighbor, she can crochet, but she has been unmotivated to sew them together. So I said, I have some Starbucks gift cards. Let's go to Starbucks. You bring your granny squares and I'll bring my granny squares, and we'll sew them together. And so she thought that was a good plan. So hopefully we're going to do that soon, and hopefully that will sort of get her motivated to figure out what she's going to do with all those granny squares. And I was going to talk about these granny squares use an 8mm hook. This is my 8mm hook. Notice how short the shaft is. I think I need to get a different 8mm hook, because let me tell you, when I get double strains and I'm doing like a double crochet with double strains, I hardly have any room on this hook to work. So I just feel like I need like maybe another 1/4 inch on this shaft, because it's really hard to work. It's really kind of makes this knuckle hurt a little bit because you have to pull so hard and it's just kind of tight. So I'm going to be looking for a new 8mm. Let's see, those are my current whips. I'm thinking, well, Jada should come out with her next applique, and then either maybe this Friday or the following Friday, and I'll get all those done pretty quick and sewn on, because I have to do 6 sets now of everything. And I'm crazy enough to think maybe I'll do 3 more of those, because there's 10 grandchildren for the next door neighbor, and I have 7 of them covered, and 3 from one family I have nothing for. So it would just be easy, and in between Jada reissuing her or issuing her new appliques, I could just go ahead and work up 3 more. Then I would have 9 of that one. So, but I'm not totally committed to that idea. But it's an idea I'm thinking of. Also, I'm going to do one shout out. And if you guys have not seen this gal, you should go over and just check her out. She's really sweet. And she has a young daughter who just loves dinosaurs. I think she has 3 girls. But the young one comes on every now and then with a dinosaur to show you. But her channel is MyBonnie Crochet, and I will put a link below. So hello Bonnie, hello Briella. So give her a like and By the way, if you have seen this video, please give it a like. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit the red subscribe button. And I will talk to all of you later. Bye.